This is Hidden Daughter with an important message about fear. Fear is not merely a feeling, it is a spiritual force that seeks our agreement. When left unchecked, it exposes us to spiritual influences and impacts our decisions, expectations, and outcomes. We must understand, confront, and deal with fear. We see this in the story of the Israelites after God brought them out of Egypt. When Pharaoh's army chased them as they were standing at the Red Sea, fear tried to take back what God had already broken. Exodus chapter 14 says, "And when Pharaoh drew nigh, the children of Israel lifted their eyes, and behold, the Egyptians marched after them, and they were sore afraid. And the children of Israel cried out unto the Lord. And they said unto Moses, Because there were no graves in Egypt, hast thou taken us away to die in the wilderness. Wherefore hast thou dealt thus with us to carry us forth out of Egypt? Is not this the word that we did tell thee in Egypt, saying, Let us alone, that we may serve the Egyptians? For it had been better for us to serve the Egyptians than that we should die in the wilderness." Fear changed their view so much that slavery seemed safer than freedom. What God had freed them from, fear tried to pull them back into. Spiritually, fear tries to rebuild what God has already destroyed. Fear isn't passive. It grants the enemy access and weakens our spiritual authority by creating agreement through thoughts, words, and expectations. Fear begins in the mind, often entering the subconscious via dreams, where it can speak unchallenged. Recurring dreams of being chased, trapped, or attacked are spiritual messages, and unchallenged fear can lead to anxiety, delays, and ongoing problems. What's unresolved spiritually will manifest physically. We also see how fear can spread from one person to many in the story of the spies. In Numbers chapter 13, 10 spies let fear take over their faith, and their fear circulated to the whole nation. Scripture says, "But the men that went up with him said, We be not able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we. And they brought up an evil report of the land which they had searched unto the children of Israel, saying, The land through which we have gone to search it is a land that eateth up the inhabitants thereof. And all the people that we saw in it are men of a great stature. And there we saw the giants, the sons of Anak, which come of the giants. And we were in our own sight as grasshoppers, and so we were in their sight." Fear changed how they saw themselves, and they believed the enemy saw them the same way. When fear is spoken, it spreads. Letting fear take over had serious results. Numbers chapter 14 says, "Because all those men which have seen my glory and my miracles, which I did in Egypt and in the wilderness, and have tempted me now these 10 times, and have not hearkened to my voice, surely they shall not see the land which I swear unto their fathers, neither shall any of them that provoked me see it." Fear delayed their destiny and caused a whole generation to die in the wilderness. God brought them out of Egypt. However, fear kept Egypt alive in their hearts. Fear remains powerful today. It can stop progress, silence voices, and limit life. In dreams, it can keep you in bondage. If unchallenged, it becomes agreement, leading to negative outcomes. Fear isn't from God. It's a spirit that must be faced directly. Left unchecked, it influences choices and outcomes. In the following video, we'll show that fear is a spirit, how God breaks it, and how obedience and faith end fear-based agreements. This is the Hidden War Room, where truth reveals what's hidden and where the journey to freedom begins. Like, share, subscribe, and comment to help others break free from fear.